Here, folks, another week at the XTF build, and early Saturday morning, and got a bunch of stuff done during the week, mainly bodywork and getting all the gaps on the front end all done. I think I finished them all up yesterday. Just been trying to get steady with it. Still waiting on the tune, trying to figure out this whole new remote tuning thing, so it's taken a little while. Still runs, you know, got the startup tune in it, but can't drive it till we get that tune. So let me turn it around real quick and just show you what we did throughout the week. I worked quite a bit at my normal job, so didn't get a lot of time on the truck this week. Anyway, so let me flip it around. Alright, so it's a little bit of shadow in here, but so basically I've taken the front end back off, all this stuff, just because it's easier to move the bumper section. That lower valance is attached or supported by the skid plate here, and then it's just attached to this main area right here. So that allows, I guess I'm going to just end up building it back up that way as the pieces get painted. I did find one void right here that I still have to sand down, but I got all the mold parting lines sanded down flat, filled with that rage gold stuff, and then gotten all of the gaps on both sides done, as well as this nice gap right here. This is pretty much even. You know, all the gaps around the headlights, and then the back here, and then as well as all of this. This took quite a bit of work on both sides, working with Factory 5, trying to figure out what the best way to mount all this stuff is and make sure that the fit's correct. All in all, the hood looks really good. You know, other than the normal mold parting lines, both sides. This side, I put a little guide coat on there just to see how that was going to look. Still early on, I got, you know, slick sand and some surfacer to put on yet before we even get to sealer. But all in all, it looks good. Still gonna keep plugging away at it. Need to work towards the back. Today's goal is to pull the truck out. I'm gonna do that in a couple seconds, and we're gonna pull the front or the rear lower control arms and get them remeasured, and then all the ride height finalized. Get all the rear suspension locked down, and with the tailgate in for good. Get all the latches and everything set up, and we'll do an update as that happens today. So most of the day will just be under the rear of the truck. So talk to you soon. All right, well, big mess, but we have mufflers now, so we're gonna go ahead and try those out. You see them in there. That one right there, and the other one right there. So yeah, so I've already shortened the lower control arms. I got to put 2 more nuts in on the fronts of the lower control arms. Everything else has nuts on it and everything, so we're ready to go. I got some wiring to clean up still, but I need it down at ride height, so it's way up in the air right now. But yep, we're on the home stretch back here for being able to drive, so stay tuned. Alright folks, another weekend down, and do the whole wrap up from this week. Basically this week was do body work and get ready to paint. Still waiting on a couple things to do the first drive, but yeah, let me turn it around. I think I think in the previous videos running up to this one, you saw I was underneath the truck, and we got all the all the rear end stuff all pretty much locked down, missing one nut. I ordered that. I had it, I just lost it. And then I still got to do the front suspension. Probably do that this week or something like that. But lots of progress on the truck. So let's just walk around real quick, and I'll show you where the wrap up is. Hold on. Okay, well, it's outside, and you can see it's water underneath it. I actually washed the truck, so that's a big milestone because it's actually looking like a truck. Painted the front grille. It's not going to stay exactly like that. I think I'm going to two-tone it with the color of the truck, and we'll see how that works. So all the body work up on top is all done. All the gaps. Here's the other gap. So that's all looking nice. I've got guide coat on it, so I'll have to sand all that off. All these gaps are all in, all the way around. All the way around. I've got a owie right there I've got to fix. Found a void. That's looking good. I'm going to get some recessed quarter 20s for that, so we won't scuff any paint there. That gap's going pretty good, you know. And I'm really and then these gaps too. I worked really hard on these, and then trying to get, you know, to make sure that it's not sticking out where you can see inside the fenders. That was trick. Still don't have the front headlights hooked up, and then, you know, I was just going around and I noticed Ford didn't even like line their panels up. This door is actually stuck out just a little bit, so I think that's pretty funny. Anyway, I've got this gap right in here, all body worked out, super tight. I'll open it up here right before I go to paint, but in actuality, that's not going to move. So I'll probably just go a little bit thinner than a normal gap, and then I want that as tight as I can possibly get. It has to be 2 pieces. So fenders have been off, rear fenders have been off a couple times on the bed. Still got to hook this, mount the tail lights. That's why there's tape on it. And then the tailgate kind of looks the same, but in big news, you know, it's actually a tailgate, and it comes down and stays down, and it doesn't fall over. I've got one cable here. I lost the other one. I guess I pulled it out and threw it in the corner when I was working on the bed. So there it is. I'll put that on this week, just going to attach it. And then I started to install the bed lighting from the truck, so that all works. I've got to put the other one on. It's down there somewhere. Yep. So that all closes, and of course we'll make it all tight, and so it sounds more like a truck and less like a rattle trap. Not too much on this side. Oh, I did gap all these. I'm not sure you're gonna be able to tell. Maybe on this one. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Bad lighting. Sorry. Just trust me. I spent about 40 minutes on each corner. And then this piece of tape is on here until I get the little bracket to hold the bottom in so that doesn't move. Still missing, or I need to put the back piece on here. That's sitting still in the garage. Just found it. This side, same thing. Got this one pretty much gapped, nice and level. Still got to drill holes all along the top of this for the to actually secure it. And then I've got the tonneau cover from the factory truck. Other than that, yeah, it's looking like a truck, and it's got its first bath. So I kind of dig it. Do one more quick walk around. Yep. So it's messed around with the ride height a little bit more. So it's looking good. All right. So that's a wrap, and yeah, I gotta get going because I don't know if you can see it back there, but it's it's getting ready to freaking storm. So I gotta mow the front yard because it's looking pretty long. Gotta go do that. And yeah, another weekend, and next weekend should be a long weekend. We're gonna start throwing some slick sand on the front, maybe the back. I'm not really sure which end I'm gonna start on, but yeah, we're getting down. I need to, still waiting on the tune. That should happen next week, and then I need to get the alignment and front suspension tidied up, and then maybe we'll go for a ride around the block. So stay tuned. Thanks for all the subscribes, comments. I am reading them all. I think we're like 230 subscribers, making it to 1,000. So, you know, tell your friends. Try and get to 1,000 before we finish the project. Anyway, peace out.